Hello everyone. In the previous videos, I made some progress with the equipment manager. Now I can equip and unequip, and everything is working just fine. Um, just to this going to be a little bit quick. I won't do much, but I want to say that I did some changes, not in the logic, but I in the mesh, for example, I imported some free mesh from Fab, one glove, one chest, like the static mesh of chest. Uh, this is kinda cool. Um, I want to say something really quick. If I go to my SAS map, I can see all the textures and materials and the static mesh. This is 250 megabytes. Like this is crazy. So actually, I can go to my browse assets, and I can select everything with Shift, and I can do asset actions, edit the selection in property matrix, and I can select all and search for maximum texture size. So if I understand correctly, 256 is the lowest. Then after that you have 512, which is the medium, etc. Uh, I will do 256 as the lowest, and I will save. So this um, lowers the quality of the texture. Uh, and if I go now to the size map, right, it's only 24 megabytes. I don't need like to be 250 megabytes. And also, like, this will be a problem in the shader complexity as well. Like, if I play, ignore the equipment for now. Oh, I spelled wrong as well. But if I press F5, right, all these meshes are like kinda not terrible, but um, you have the pixel complexity is harder for your GPU to render. So the chest is here, the pants is also red, and this is just uh, like a debugging mode to be careful about your message quality and how to increase your performance in your game, which I don't know how to fix it, at least for now, but I want to study it, like learn about performance much more. Either way, the previous video I created this widget. I can click now and I have all the unequipped items, and I can uh, close the widget as well. And if I click, I have the equip slot weapon, pants. I just imported some meshes and did some offline work to just make a little bit cleaner the widget and more understandable. I also imported these default icons, which is for armor, for example, it's this um, simple armor shape, and also took some screenshots in the textures icons, like for pants and everything. And also, if you go to the size map, like 20 megabyte for an icon is like crazy work. So I will select everything as well, and I will select the asset actions, edit, and I will lower the texture size as well to, let's do 512, because why not? So if I go now and, oops, I didn't want to open. If I go to the size map, it's um, 3020, 320 kilobytes, which these screenshots, even in the maximum texture size, it was looking pretty bad. Like if I equip, let me open my inventory. If I equip, it was pretty bad as well. Uh, like let me show you for the site, for example. If I make it like the zero is the highest, it doesn't pick up any specific size, but if you have it in zero, it's like um, I think it picks the maximum quality for the asset. So if I play now, uh, the icon is pretty terrible either way. So why uh, waste your megabytes like that in your memory? But I did some meshes and some icons. This is the default icons, and if I equip, I just attach the items to the mesh. I don't know how to make it move um, with the skeletal mesh of Queen, at least for now. But I have the equipped items in my um, inventory as well, the temporary inventory, and I can unequip from here or from here. Okay, let me delete this. It's this the mess. And what I want to do now, I actually, before I do the things I want to do, is in the component I just cleaned up the event graph. I have now factions like equip item. I'm doing basically the same thing, but I split it in factions to be more cleaner. And I also, in the equipment array, I have now um, 10 elements, 11 elements, excuse me, and I have the equip slot weapon. I have the default icons, like the default icon is this for the weapon, and I have the chest, the pants, and from the query tag, I will start to slowly translate the tag, the item type, to the slot tag. Now uh, for the widget, I want to make some things. Actually, one thing I will make. Um, I have the slots here. I put in order, and in the graph I have I made an array, and also I promote this array to a variable, right? And I have my bind events and everything that I need in the unequip, the refresh slots, and what I want to do is actually something very like I want to, if I play, I want to move the equipment like I'm moving the inventory. So if I go back to my inventory system, to the widget, to the not the inventory slots, but rather the inventory itself, I have this piece of code here. I don't even need the booleans, but okay. I have this that when I click, I set the timer event to be like zero point 0.01, and I start the dragging operation. So I want to have it have a little bit more of a dynamic way to do this, and not copy pasting every single time the same code over and over and over again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my generic blueprints, and I will go to my HUD. The this HUD keeps the equipment widget and the inventory widget as well. And I previously I had the anchor to be the full screen, but it's better, I believe, to have it in the middle. So now I can go to my graph, and I will copy paste everything from here, or rather, let me do it from the beginning. So what I need is variables to say drag offset, and this will be a vector 2D, right? I need another variable vector 2D, which is the current position. I need the time handle dragging maybe, and this will be a time handle. And for now, this all I need. I will put a category drag widgets, and I will give it to here. Now, before I do anything in the HUD, I will go back to my equipment, and I will get my generic button, and I will do the press and the release. I will compile, and let me close this, and I will give two dispatchers. The first one is on equipment um, button pressed, and the second one is on equipment button released. This should be, I think, okay. And this, the equipment button pressed will take an input of a widget ref. So the idea is that I will press a button, and the HUD will know which widget I pressed. This needs to take a reference to self, and on generic button released, I will call the button equipment released. Now I can comment this and say send self to HUD, right? And I can also do this, do the same thing in the WBP inventory. So I will make two dispatchers and say on inventory uh, button pressed, and on inventory button released, and this will take an input of a widget ref, and this will be a widget. So I will call it here, and let me unconnect this, and I will do a self, and on generic button I will do the on inventory button released, and I will remove this. So now, for example, if I play, nothing will happen. I can move my inventory, I can move my equipment. But now I have this, um, let me close this. I have these buttons that I will comment this and say send ref send ref to HUD, right? And I have these generic buttons that I can go back to my HUD, and in event, let me do event construct, right? I can take my inventory, WP inventory and equipment, and I can say bind event on equipment button pressed, bind event on released. Can I do this? No. Bind event on inventory button pressed, and bind event on inventory button released. Okay, and I will connect this to here, and I will create an event, and I will do a matching event. So on button pressed to drag. Okay, and I will also create an event here. Oh my god, I don't know, it lags. Create event, and I will create a matching event as well and say on button released for drag. And the cool thing is that now I can either make functions, one function, or I can do like create event and the select function is on button pressed, and create event on button released for drag. So now I can come here and say and promote this to a variable and say widget ref. Okay, it's all right, and I can say slot as canvas slot, get position, and this I will subtract with my mouse, get mouse on viewport. I will subtract, and now I can set the drag offset, and after I set the drag offset, I can set timer by event, and the timer will be 0.01. Yes, looping, and let's do max once per frame. And after this, I can set the time handle while dragging. And here I will say create event, create a matching event, and say dragging widgets. So now I can take my widget ref and say slot as canvas slot. I can also say set get position, get mouse position on viewport, and I will subtract this with the drag offset, and after this I will set position, right? So, and the position will be the drag offset, and after and while I'm inside the dragging widgets, every 0.01 seconds I will be setting the current position, not getting it but setting it to be the subtract number. So now I can go back to the button released for drag, and first of all I can clear and invite timer by handle, and also I can take my widget ref, um, set position. Actually, first slot as canvas slot, not grid. Slot as canvas slot, and set position. And the position is the current position that I'm setting. And after that, I will set the widget ref to nothing. So uh, if everything goes well, I think that I should be dragging both of the um, widgets. So if I play now, let me go to the UI. I can drag my inventory. I can leave it in the um, position that my mouse, like when I release it. And now I can drag the equipment as well. And because I have the equipment uh, in a canvas panel and then I'm passing it to HUD, this equipment temporary inventory follows the like the equipment widget. Um, Not like follows, but I'm moving the canvas which the equipment items belongs to. So I can drag it anywhere I want. This does nothing, but this closes. So yeah, I can, instead of making every time all this code, duplicate and everything, I can simply just do this, can delete this, and simply bind the events. Now I don't exactly know where to unbind this. I watch a video and say on end play, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe event distract. I should get again the inventory, the equipment, and say unbind from inventory button pressed, unbind from inventory button released, unbind from equipment pressed, and unbind from button released, equipment button released. And I think that's all for this video. For the next, I plan to, when I equip something, first of all, I need to close this, to open and close. Like, uh, let me do. Can I do the in the designer? Okay, first of all, this will be collapsed, and also I will have here. I will copy paste and say so equipment collapse equipment. So I guess it's better to do this way and set visibility to visible and set visibility to collapse. And if I go to my generic blueprints to the controller, for now, just to not lose any time, I have the debug key I will do debug key C, and I will copy paste this as well. And this is a function that I'm setting the input mode to UI and game mode, and then I set it back to the game mode only. So this isn't this hasn't haven't do anything with the inventory. So let me set game modes. Okay, so and I will take my href and say um, show equipment, not this, but this collapse equipment. So I believe this is better that I was doing. So if I play now, nothing happening. I press I, the inventory is here. I press C, and I have the equipment. I update. I can. Okay, something is going on. So okay, something is going on with the game mode. So do I? Um, so the equipment. Like I'm pretty sure that if I play and don't open my um, so something is something I'm doing something wrong. Hmm. Okay, I don't know what I like. I guess because I have in the equipment, I have like I believe that because the equipment is under the inventory, so the canvas panel of the equipment is above the canvas panel of the inventory. So I did the Z order to one, and somehow I fixed it. So like I can drag both. I can click both, and I can equip here. So just to see if I do the order 0, which it was 0, and compile, right? And open here, and I can click the inventory, I can do anything, but I can drag the equipment, I can open, I can do anything I want with the equipment, but with the inventory, I can't. So I don't understand really the reason. I think it's something to do that the equipment is under the inventory, so the inventory like like the equipment is one layer above the inventory widget. So I did just one the Z order, and now I can do both at the same time. So yeah, uh, I can do this, I can do this, and I can equip unequip. I don't have any sockets here, but I can unequip, and I can drop the item, and I can equip again. So yeah, the glove, I can drop it, and I can equip it. I can also equip this. I can open this and unequip. And the last thing that I want to do is the equipment in the graph. Right, I have the create. Uh, where is it? I have. Do I have the in the refresh slot on the unequip item? Um, I can say Like, so I need. Mm, I will fix it later. For now. Anyway, thanks for watching.